Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Today, Snapchat. Some people don't trust it. Some people don't trust Snapchat. Some people do trust Snapchat, should I say. But then they don't trust WhatsApp or giving out their phone number or because they're too afraid that people are going to be chasing them on social media, looking them up here, looking them up there. But what's the point? What's the difference? Why... If you're on Tinder, you can find the person's name, okay? Or let's say they do see you in a bar or a nightclub or a restaurant or town somewhere, they can still approach you. Now I get it, they don't have your phone number, I understand that. But Snapchat? Like, if anything, I would say Snapchat's more dodgy than any of the social media platforms because it's a quick, 24 hour? I have to get more knowledgeable again on Snapchat, but isn't it the video lasts for, an hour? Please help me on this one, guys, online. But then the video's gone forever. So whatever time it is, because I think they've adjusted the times around to like 24 hours, then they put it down to like 1 hour and then 3 hours and all sorts of things, but the video's gone. Isn't that just an invitation, a golden invitation for people that are in relationships and they want to cheat? I mean, seriously. And you know, even before we get back to that, I want to get some input. Anybody that's listening here on the live channel on TikTok, let me know what you think about Snapchat. But you know what I saw the other day, even just speaking of all this social media? I saw a girl in America. Her dad died and she's at her dad's funeral taking a fucking TikTok. She's all dolled up, looking her best, and who do we see in the background? Her poor dad lying in his casket. I mean, talk about depressing and just sick. How have we got to this stage where it's completely and utterly absorbed us, where it's all about the selfie, it's all about doing the live, it's all about the TikTok video for views and likes, over your poor father lying in his casket. Seriously, and guys, if you think I'm lying, I ain't lying here. You can look this up on YouTube or Google. I can't remember where I saw it. Oh, that's where I saw it. I saw it on Joey B Tunes on YouTube. He's cool, by the way. You should check him out. He always just takes the complete rip out of TikTokers and people like that who are looking for their likes and views. No, Sonia's saying that's not good. You're goddamn right, it's not. Nicola, good morning. Good morning, Nicola. How are you? And my God, and Michael's on here again, guys. Maybe you might know this guy or not. He's like becoming famous here, Michael. Michael says here, guys, bro, remember the time I told you about my ex with the guy's best friend? Well, he used her. Well, I remember you, Mike, and I think anybody else that's listening to this podcast episode or who's on the live right now, they might remember you. Michael dumped his girlfriend, by the way, guys, live as we were doing a podcast, like what we're doing today. And you see, this is, again, what I love about these sessions. You don't know where the conversation's going to go. Let us know, Mike, did any update? And she wants another chance with you. You said no. Denbro says, Michael, well done. Good for you, Mike. I love to hear that, man. I love to hear that. And guys, you know, that's a big one. Poor Mike had to deal with the male, quote, best friend. Michael end up goes dumping the girl. In fact, like, I have to admit, I even went home, right? And I even spoke to some of my friends about this at the weekend. Just last weekend, Paddy's weekend gone. I couldn't believe what you were telling me. This fucker, the best friend, not Michael, the fucking best friend, finds out that Michael dumps her and texts Michael to say, I'm going to take good care of her, wink. Maybe it wasn't the exact words, but he threw in the old wink smiley face. Sneaky fucker, boy. Sneaky fucker. I'm telling you. And my first red flag of that guy was the fact that he was talking about to Michael's girlfriend at the time. This best friend guy used to always say to Michael's girlfriend that, oh, no guys like me and they all hate me, and so he only has got girly friends. But yet Michael thought he was a great fella and not like a nice guy of what he knew of him. And if anybody's going to find a problem with that best friend, it would have been someone in Michael's position. Do you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't be going over the top for the guy. Oh, I'm so delighted this guy's in my girlfriend's life. No, like if any place you're going to go, it's going to go to the negative. But in fairness to Michael, he didn't. So, unbelievable. And Michael's saying the guy, BSF used her, best friend, used her, and now she was crying to me last night asking for another chance. Oh, Michael, fuck me, man. Is she calling over to you? Please tell me she's not calling over to you. And worse, you're meeting her. I wouldn't do it, man. Wouldn't do it. And when you're saying she's crying, does that mean that she actually hooked up with the guy? Is that what we're saying here? But we'll come back to that in just a moment. But guys, you know, seriously, like, I get it. I do, as a lot of you know, I do a lot of social media stuff, right? And I'm doing it for all this type of stuff and a couple of other things as well. But like, I get to a stage where I'm sick of it. I'm fed up. I'm putting my phone away. Like, every night, I always try and stay to this rule, guys. And you should try this, and you'd be fucking amazed how good you feel after this. Put your phone away, turn off the Wi-Fi, turn off your 4G, your 5G, whatever the fuck you have on your phone. Turn off all things to do with the internet on your phone from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock or whatever. Like, give yourself an hour in the morning, or like, I think the most important part of this is routine. And for me, the routine works. So I try and give as long as I can. I've tried to say to myself, all right, Peter, you can definitely do 2 hours now a fucking night. You kidding me? What's wrong with you? Now, if I couldn't do 2 hours, I'd do a half an hour. But I think the most important part is you do your half an hour routine. No matter what, you get your half an hour in. And more importantly, you always try and get it in the same time of day or night. Because then you know that something's coming, you know what I mean? Like, even for me now, turning everything fucking off until 8 o'clock, I can't wait until 6 o'clock every night. I can't wait. I'm like, oh, here we go. And I'm exhausted from a lot of it. And then it takes me about an hour and a half to completely diffuse. Then I'll log about 6:30. I start to come around again. Now, I should be going out for walks, but then again, Ireland's been so fucking cold this whole winter of 2024 and January, February, March. It's been unbelievable. And guys, anybody, if you've been on here, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about, how cold it's been here. But it's a saving grace. It really is. And even just that meltdown feeling you have, it's gone, you know? Trust me, guys, if you're trying to sort of get away from your phone for certain parts of the day, stick to a same time of day if you can. Or if you can't do the same time of day, stick to the same amount of time. That would be your second backup routine there. Or you do it bang on, no matter what, like a Marine here. You just do it every fucking time, you know, until you get some fucking mental space. It's so good, guys. It's so good. And let me just check out some of these comments. So yeah, guys, has anybody seen that though? The girl who's looking for views and likes, she does a TikTok live recording or a live video at her father's funeral, and you can see her father in the background. If you don't think I'm telling the truth, check it out on fucking check it out on Google or YouTube, because I mean, you do get to a stage here where you're starting to lose hope in people, aren't you? Like, I mean, Jesus. Or you just give somebody 5 minutes of fame and they just can't handle it, man. They can't handle the shit. And what is fame, you know what I mean? But they think they're famous. It's unreal. It's unreal. Michael, back to Mikey boy here. She told me the guy used her and has blocked her the last 2 days. Jesus. I said no and she left my door last night. Don't want her. Good man for you, Mike. Good man. Good man. Jesus. Sounds like a mess. And it sounds like to me she's been brainwashed by the best friend guy. Den Bros, you're spot on, Peter. I'm not sure, was that for about the phone stuff? If so, I think so, because look, I know I'm on the ball on that one, because it does work for me. And you know, guys, actually, just back to that even for a minute, even if it's not a fucking half an hour you can't do every day, 10 minutes. 10 fucking minutes. Even when we go to the shower, we're bringing our phone because we want to listen to some music. Don't bring it. I'm telling you, you'd be amazed the mind clarity you can get after, because again, you see, for me, for 2 hours, I think it's making me get some space, and it takes an hour and a half because I know how long I have, if you get me. So like I'm really going into a kind of like a deep trying to forget about everything and this and that. Oh my God. Whereas if you've got a quick 10 minutes, it's still 10 minutes. Could definitely help. Michael, she was at my door last night. I said no and told her to leave before I call the police. Holy fuck. That is bad, man. And you know what? That to me, that tells me that she's been listening to this guy way too much, and she's been brainwashed, unbelievably brainwashed by this guy, and she feels so bad that that's why she's knocking on your door here, man. Arlene jumps in. If she valued you, there wouldn't be another guy in her life. Well, look, Arlene, I'd even say that too, right? And even when Michael broke up with her, I even said before, look, you know, men and women can be friends. I think it is rare. I do think it is rare because one person does want something more than the other. But again, I do believe that two people could genuinely be best friends. So again, like we spent quite a bit of time with Michael that day, and what he was telling me, like, I have had some girly friends in my life. I didn't tell those girls that, oh, none of the lads like me and all this. You could just tell that the bullshit was fucking starting to pile up so fast, it'd make your head spin. You know, and Sonia is telling Michael, tell him he's got a busy day. He's busy. He's got a date. Oh, Michael, the lad she was friends with used her. Fucking hell, this guy, huh? Oh my God, Den Bros, I'm looking healthy. Jesus, I hope I am. Thank you. I did actually get, believe it or not, guys, I actually got a facial last week. I'm doing this as part of a social media thing, and helping some, hopefully helping some clinic to get more known in my area. So they asked me to come along for a facial, and I tell you, listen, if there's there's any guys on here, you're probably logging off going, oh jeez, I don't want to listen to this shit. And I wouldn't blame either. But actually, I have to admit, it's fucking awesome. And you've got to keep an eye on your skin afterwards. And by the way, first time ever getting a facial in my life. I never had any interest in getting a facial in my life before this. And I think that's made the difference. And you'd be amazed. You'd be amazed. And don't they say it's like 5 or 6 weeks after your facial? So like if you're going to some big event, give it 5 or 6 weeks before you actually go. And then you should be okay, because your skin can get dehydrated. You can come out with spots or a bit of a rash, depending on the person, of course. But just because you get the facial, that doesn't mean you're done. That's it. In, out, done. The next part is incredibly important. So Arlene, there's one on TikTok, uses her dad for views. Uh-oh, we're going back to TikTokers here. He was a one-hit wonder back in the 80s. Oh, I remember that guy. Arlene, if you're still on board. This guy was in America, right? I think, wasn't he in Florida? And this guy he had one song or something, or he was on a video, starred in a video, people got to know him, and then something like that, and he's a real sleazy guy, like, ugh, this guy is just like a nightmare. Nightmare. And people are asking me about the facial here. And... oh, there's multiple chats going on here. 1 second. Eamon, Botox. No, I didn't get Botox. I just got that... fuck, man, I don't even know what you call it. That scrub thing. Whatever, and the girls pasting the stuff on, and... yeah, I don't know. It's a deep detox anyway I got. Detox, not Botox. Detox. D-E-T-O-X. Eamon, nails will be done with the next of it. No, I have no interest in the nails part now, I have to say. No interest. But, yeah, man. Facials. Wouldn't rule them out. Apparently 15 to 20%. Is it 15? 10 to 15% of their customers are men. So, yeah, okay, it's a small percentage, but it's not that small either. You'd always think it would be like all women, like, wouldn't you think that? You'd always think that. But yeah, there's more guys doing it now these days. A lot more guys. And I wouldn't rule it out. You should do it once. We should do it once. Because it's good. But yeah, guys. Snapchat. I want to ask people now. There's a few people on board now. Does anybody use Snapchat? Can you trust Snapchat? The fact that the video always gets deleted. Is it just for a sex thing where you send somebody a sexual video or a photo and then we know that you can trust it because you can't take a screenshot and it's gone? Is that why people like it? I mean, see, I've never used Snapchat properly. Nicholas says, I don't trust Snapchat. I don't either, I've got to say. And listen, you know, I'm not putting my hands in the air and saying, hey, anybody that uses Snapchat's a dodgy person. No, I'm not saying that if anybody's on here, all right? I'm not saying that. I just don't see... I can put it this way. If I was trying to fucking be dodgy and start dating or chatting to other girls without my... by the way, I don't have a girlfriend, but if I did, and if I wanted to cheat on my girl... that would be the perfect way to do it, wouldn't it? Because no way is my girlfriend going to see it or my wife's going to see it. The video's gone. Or the photo's gone. And Sonia says, snap all them pics, it's not private. I don't know what you mean by that, Sonia. Can you say that? Denbros, Peter, did you hear the news yesterday where this kid sent a joke to his friends about doing something? I don't know what you mean by that, Denbros. But Snapchat, guys, I mean, is it still that popular? I don't hear about it that much on social media, the stuff that I do. I wouldn't go to it at this stage. It's too late in the game anyway, even if I wanted to. But I just don't like that. How long is the time limit, guys? Can you tell me? Is anybody on there at the moment, like currently right now on Snapchat? How long do the videos or photos last for on Snapchat? That's what I'd like to know. Lorcan, where in America are you from? I'm not from America, I'm from here, but I know I have a bit of a twang. Denbros, the joke was a text on Snapchat on a plane and ended up getting fighter jets flying the plane? Huh? I'm totally fucking lost here now, I'm sorry. Completely lost. Completely. But is Snapchat that big these days? What is the age group that uses Snapchat? Is it still 14-year-old to 17-year-old girls and guys? Is that what it is? Are people using it to duck and dive from their parents maybe even? Or their boyfriend, girlfriend, or their friends? You know? Nicholas says you can replay it 3 times. Interesting. Interesting. So then you don't really have the privacy, because if I did send a Snapchat to somebody right now, they could play it once, then they could show it to, let's say, if I did have a girlfriend, they could show it to my girlfriend right now, then my girlfriend's seen it. So either way, like I get it, it's an easier way to hide or not show things or whatever you want to call it. But, yeah. I don't know. Peggy Sue, can't they screenshot it? I don't think you can actually. I've heard that about Snapchat as far as I know, but let us know, guys, if you think, can you actually screenshot a Snapchat? Oh, Denbro said he sent a text on Snapchat who flagged it to the police, then fighter jets escorted the plane to land. What the fuck? Fighter jets. That's a bullshit made up. I'm not saying you're full of shit, by the way, Denbros. No, I'm not saying that. But I wouldn't believe everything you read either. They sent fighter jets for a Snapchat? Nicholas says you can screenshot and screen record. So is that why we don't hear about Snapchat anymore? Like, the only reason I'm actually bringing this up is because I was talking on my TikTok. I was saying that you can't, like, if you're on a dating app, Tinder or Bumble or Hinge or wherever it is, and you're talking to somebody, and then it's more girls than men on this, I have to say. There's more women less inclined to hand out their phone number to a guy because they don't trust them in terms of they don't want to be sent dick pics, number one. They don't want, in case the person finds their address and tracks them down. Like, aren't we going a bit far here with this? Like, so I'm saying all this. Like if somebody wants to find you, they're going to find you. You know? And if you want to block somebody on WhatsApp, you can block them on WhatsApp. I mean, I was just talking to a guy there the other day. He blocked a girl on WhatsApp. So, okay, he still has his number in her phone. He still has her number in his phone, but he still blocked her. So now she can't contact him. And you can still block on a normal phone call as well. So not everybody's gonna... I just don't see what the point is, you know? If somebody wants to stalk you, they'll stalk you. And phone number, Tinder, Bumble, how are they going to stalk you? How are they going to track you down with your phone number? Unless they're some unreal whiz kid. But to be honest, they can still track you down anyway using Facebook or Google. They can hack into your account. They can find your details. People can find details if they want to. Now, I'm not saying, hey guys, forget it. Don't worry about it. Just give your phone number to everybody. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't understand. If somebody wants to stalk you, they'll find a way to stalk you. You know, back to Snapchat. Snapchat is full of rude pictures, I can imagine. She said Tinder I gave up, not a good place. Well, I can understand that too. Look, there's a plenty of, well, not nice people on Tinders and Bumbles at the moment these days. You know, I get that. Denbros, I find Snapchat handy. Okay, interesting. Denbros, can you tell us more why? You know, I don't want to be slating Snapchat either, because look, if it is handy and if it's good for some people, Jesus, you know, people should use it then. Eamon, a girl tracked me down on my private Instagram after I blocked her. Well, there you go. I mean, there you go. She tracked you down on your private Instagram. So they can still find you on social media. Do you know? Denbros, I don't want girls forwarding my messages to their friends. Fair point, okay. Fair point. Fair point. And then, don't we all have that risk, I suppose, being on Tinder or Bumbles and all that? Nicola, us girls are detectives. Well, detectives. Oh, man. Well, can you do us a favor? Can you try and find these girls that use their father's funerals as a way to get views and likes? Can you track these girls down and ban them from their phones? I mean, like, these girls, like, where was the mother? Where was her brother, sister, her cousin, aunt, uncle, nephew, niece, whatever? Where the fuck were they in this whole thing? Isn't that enough to just turn around and say, what the hell is Jennifer doing, guys? That wasn't her name, by the way, but what the hell is Jennifer doing? Take her fucking phone off her now. That girl is banned from social media for the rest of her life. And in fact, I'll go I'll call over to, even when she's in her 20s, I'll call to her house to make sure she's not fucking around with anybody else. Like, where were the family and friends for this? Did she just like, was this the day before the funeral and she decided, okay, no one's around, it's just before closing time, okay, this is my chance, and she, like, where was the guys that work in the place too? Even if it was closing time and there was no one around, she was the last one there. Didn't someone see her? Like, and I would imagine that the people that work in these funeral homes and etc., they have to be very careful with these bodies, right? You know, God forbid, touch wood, for a long, like, they'd have to be careful, right? That there's people not tampering with these bodies, and, you know, they'd have to make sure that everybody's out of the place, and then you lock up. Do you know? Where, Jesus. Another girl here. I saw a girl dancing in front of her poor sick child in hospital. Oh God, you see, that's even worse. Dancing, Jesus Christ. Where was the husband? You know, where was the husband? Wouldn't you, like, isn't any mother or father heartbroken that their kid is in hospital as it is? You know, even if it was for a broken arm, and look, touch wood for all of us, but even for a broken arm or a broken leg or something, you know, it's the last place you want to be bringing your kid, isn't it? Jesus. Horrifying. God, man. How old was this woman? Oh, that's what I'd like to know. Dancing in front of her poor sick child in hospital. Fucking TikTok, man. Fucking TikTok. Even though I have to say, look, here I am on a TikTok live. Maybe people think I'm full of shit here, you know? But I'm certainly not doing this dancing stuff. That's crazy. Crazy. And in fairness, TikTok can be a good platform for getting word out for things, but it's some people on TikTok, man. Jesus, why do they do this? Why do they do? And with Snapchat, now Denbro says with Snapchat, you know a private text won't go any further unless it's a screenshot notification. Fair enough. Katrina, and vehicle tracking is another story. It becomes so common, it's frightening. Katrina, vehicle tracking, okay. I'm actually not up to speed on that one. Is it Fat Amy 89? I'm calling out the username, guys. I'm not calling somebody fat, just in case you're wondering. She was a young mother and the baby was on machines. Oh my God, man. You see, the thing is, if I didn't see what some people do on TikTok, if I never heard these stories, I'd be saying, come on now, you're lying to me. But I do actually 100% believe Amy here when she's saying, God, can you imagine, baby on machines, the baby fighting for its life. Probably going to be like mentally traumatized from this anyway, because it's going to be getting used to this sort of condition growing up. But no, we have to have mummy dancing on TikTok, our daddy, or whoever the hell it is. Jesus. Katrina, a lot of people put a sensor on their partner's cars. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I did have that actually before. I did have my my ex-girlfriend. She got into my phone and actually, well, when I say got into my phone, she actually asked me, I want to see your phone. She was thinking I was contacting somebody, and I was so beaten down, worn out by her, I actually gave her my phone. Now, I gave her my phone because I had nothing to hide anyway. And there was a little part of me saying, well, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to show her now. But still, I should have never have done it because I actually invited more hassle. The first moment I gave her my phone, she wanted to see it again and again and again and again. So if anybody's listening here, and if you ever get into a stupid scenario like I did, just being an idiot, I was complete and utter idiot. If you ever get yourself in that scenario, don't do it, because if you do it one time, that girl or guy will ask to see your phone again. Crazy. But like, she got into my phone, and what I didn't realize what she did was she turned on my location on the, is it my location on, it's my location on the iPhone app, whatever that's called. My iPhone location, whatever it's called anyway, right? But every iPhone has it, and she turned that on, and I didn't know until I heard about this thing a couple of months later. Boom, went into it, and I went, oh my god. Ex-girlfriend goes into my phone, she's paranoid. All of a sudden she's shown up at my doorstep and she knows I'm home. Uh-oh. I went straight into the thing. Bang. She was following me. And then of course what happened, she has her email attached to my phone. I turned it off. I deleted her email. I turned off share location. And within about 5 minutes I got a phone call from her. We were actually broken up at this stage, but I got a phone call from her within 5 minutes. What amazing coincidence. But anyway, unbelievable. Yeah, Nicola, Find My. I think it's called Find My. Yeah, Jesus, where in Ireland are you from? I'm from Cork. Yeah, from Cork in Ireland. And Katrina Dembrose, yeah, that's very common. 2 tracking devices found in my car. I've no partner. You've 2 tracking devices found in your car? What the hell? Well, you obviously have got some ex-boyfriend or something, right? Do you, Katrina? Surely. I mean, I'm not just going to go up to some random girl now for the laugh myself, or some guy and just start following them. You know what I mean? There's got to be someone in your life that you know that's stalking you. Jeez. Sorry to hear that, by the way. That sucks. Jesus Christ. And where do you get these tracking devices? Maybe it's actually handy for people to know, right? Because then at least hopefully you're not going to stalk somebody, but if somebody, at least if you see what the thing looks like and where people can, I don't know, stick it onto your car or your bike or whatever the hell. You know what I mean? I'd even buy one of them just to be safe. Check it out, see what the thing is like. Now, I mean, that's a bit dramatic maybe, but if you do think you're getting followed here, whoa. There's been tracking devices added to people going on holidays. Jesus. Katrina, no, not in a relationship for some time, but I have an idea who it is. Oh, okay. Okay, well, you obviously had something with this guy or girl, I presume, Katrina. And yeah, because yeah, you wouldn't just automatically think it's some random person. Of course not. So you leave the chat open. Nadine's asking, so you leave the chat open, then pull up all open pages on your screen, screenshot all. Whoa, that sounds intense. That sounds very intense. Jesus. I'm telling you, there's some of the workarounds people can get to here some days. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Jesus. And hey guys, and there's a couple of things we've touched base on here today, I have to say, on the podcast. I'm glad now that if anybody doesn't know about these tracking location devices that people put on cars, well, they're out there. Check out your My Phone app on your phone itself. That's what I got caught with my ex-girlfriend years back, guys. Is it Find My? Yeah, Find My. It's the app on the iPhone. Now, I think they've changed the wording around, but I think Katrina there mentioned it a second ago. So people can turn on your location. I would always recommend, from my own experience, never, ever let your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife look at your phone and emails, and I'll tell you why. Not because you are cheating or you're not cheating or anything of the sort. It's because if you give it to them once, they will look for it over and over and over and over again. And I know that from personal experience. People either trust you or they don't. That's what I would say. Now, I get it too. People can go, well, fuck it, you know what now? Is she cheating on me? Fucking... You want to see the phone. I get it. I get it. Just doesn't do good for any of us. Katrina, she works with a guy for a few weeks. Jesus. And she thinks she has a good idea. She's not certain, but she's a good idea that it's possibly a guy that was working with her for a few weeks. Whew. Denbro's employees have employers have tracking for company vans. They check location speed, the mileage, etc. Oh God, that's almost like a green card for stalking, isn't it? But I get it. I kind of get it too for employees, you know, because look, and I'm not saying it's anybody here on this TikTok live chat, but there is some people that can take advantage and they say that they've gone this mileage, they're looking for more money, but actually really they haven't done that mileage at all and they're screwing it, you know. The wear and tear of the car goes up. I don't know. It's all fucking dodgy. It's all just shady, dodgy stuff. So guys, I think we're going to leave it there. What else did we learn today? If you've ever find someone who's doing a TikTok dance while their poor child is in hospital and you can see your child in the background of the video, or your poor father or mother or relative has died and they're in the background in their casket and the person's doing a dance in front of them, take their phone off them, get a straitjacket, because you can always get those fucking guys who arrive up in a van. Hey buddy, are you alright? What's up Peter, you okay? It's butterfly time. It's butterfly net time if somebody goes that far. I mean, there's mental problems out there. People have mental issues. And, I mean, are we saying that it can't all just be based on TikTok, you know? Not everybody on TikTok goes fucking crazy here. Do you know? You can't blame the Kool-Aid here. You gotta blame the person here as well. These people have, they're unstable, deep fucking underlying issues that these people have. Take their phone off them and book them in to a clinic. Because there's a line, man. There's a line. My God. Denbros, Google London Spain plane hoax for that fighter jet story. I will do, and if anybody else is listening. So guys, this is a live podcast recording. This will be on my podcast coming out next week. Even though I think I might start doing one every day and go live on TikTok. And then the next day it will come out then on my podcast on YouTube and Spotify and Apple and the whole shebang. But guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. Thanks for watching. Even if you stayed on for 30 seconds and it was a bit boring, thanks for watching at least for 30 seconds. Thanks for everybody to watch the whole thing. I love you all, guys. And I will be back probably again tomorrow at 11 o'clock. That's what I'm always going to try and aim for 11 o'clock Monday to Fridays. I might not make 11 o'clock every Monday to Fridays, but I'll definitely be sending, well, the notification goes out to everybody anyway on TikTok. Well, sorry, not everybody, but, you know, the people who it does notify. And hopefully we'll see you again on here. Guys, thanks for listening and watching. Bye. Peter. Wow.